Hello, I'm Scott Real, author of the Journey to Freedom series and founder of Restore Small Groups. And this week's Moment of Hope is about the value of being fully known. And this all came from me a couple years ago when I read Dr. Curt Thompson's book, Anatomy of the Soul, which was a life-changing book for me. And Dr. Thompson, who's a therapist, he's a psychiatrist, and he's also a strong Christian, was bringing together this concept that he said there's no greater need for all human beings than the experience of being fully known. And he says the greatest opportunity or experience of that to happen is in small groups, which he refers to as a healing community, which is the mission of our ministry for the past 25 years, is building healing communities through small groups, giving people this experience of being fully known. The Surgeon General, who was under the Obama administration, at the end of those 8 years, he wrote a book about his experience of American health as he worked with people across the United States. And he said that loneliness was an epidemic. It was the cause of all these physical struggles that we have with our health. They're all being driven by this loneliness. And this is what he said. He found that people were more seeking validation than true connection. They're lonely, and I think this is a great influence of social media, that we're always seeking, do I measure up, how do I compare? I need validation that I matter. And that's why we're seeking relationships versus truly building authentic connection with other people for the purpose of meaningful connection, the way that God created us, intimacy. If I keep hiding in a false self, which we do in our society, all of us, we put on a false self to be validated, but it's not real, it's not true who we are. So in many ways it exasperates the loneliness I've already had, because I'm convinced that if you truly know everything about me, you will reject me. And that's our greatest fear as a human being, the feeling of being rejected, that we're not enough, that we won't measure up. And that almost feels like death to us. And so if I share in a small closed group this experience of fully knowing me, you know all the truth, all the good, the bad, the ugly, my strengths, my weaknesses, my flaws, my mistakes, everything that's ever happened to me, and you choose to empathetically respond with compassion, that you love me, you care for me, and you'll never abandon me. I don't know how anybody could ever experience that's love, because it's not love if it's being something that's fabricated, that I'm pretending to be, that's not me, that you'll love that image versus the true me. But if I give you the true me, and you love me, and you stay with me, that's life-changing, and that's what we need. So remember, we're better together, and stay on the path.